also have this drawing in technical drawing for school certificate and GCE written by J.N. Green. So this problem has to do with construction of auxiliary views. Okay, and in this case we have that given the front elevation of a cube inclined to the horizontal plane, draw an auxiliary elevation on the ground line x1 y1. Okay, so this is the front elevation that is given. Okay, we have to work out this plan ourselves. Okay, this is not given, but this is what it is. This is what they give to us, or they give to us. And then so we have that this side is inclined at an angle 30 degrees to the horizontal. This is the front elevation. Okay, then we also have the ground line x1 y1, which is inclined at an angle 60 degrees to the xy line. Okay, so the dimensions are not given, but since it's a cube, it means that this side from here to here, or all the sides are equal. So I'm going to take the distance from here to here to be 50 millimeters. I'll use 50 millimeters, okay, so that we can have it to big. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So let's see how this construction can be done. We just have to draw this first, and then we'll be able to bring out the plan, and then we'll be able to produce auxiliary elevation as we see it here. So let's start. So what we are to do first is to draw a horizontal line here. So we are going to draw a horizontal line, which is going to be the xy line. So xy line, that line doesn't have a particular length. Okay, so I'll just put y here, and then as we see it in the drawing, for the side that is at angle 30 degree to the horizontal, so take your 30 degree set square and draw the line in this direction. Then the other line, so this line and this line, they are at right angle to each other. So you now use the 60 degree side of the set square to draw a line from this point. Okay, from where this line touches this xy line, draw the line in this direction. Then we now take the measurements. Okay, so we are going to take 50, so it's a square, okay, or is a cube. So the front elevation of a cube, so this is 50, and then so coming to this side also, we also take this from here, so we also have this to be 50 millimeters. Okay, so then with the 60 degree side, so we are going to draw this line parallel to that line. So and then so from here, so we also draw this line. Okay, so we have this. All right, so we have the front elevation. So let's bring it out. Let's make it real. Okay, so we make it a thick line like this. Okay, so make it a thick line like this, and we also make this a thick line. Okay, so we make this a thick line, and then so make this a thick line. All right, so we have this. So let's number this point. I'm going to call this point, I'll call it point 0. Okay, so then this point I'll call it 1, and this point I'll call it 2, and this point I'll call it 3. Okay, so let's have it like this. Now let's draw the plan. This is the front elevation, so let's draw the plan. So we are now looking at the object downward like this. Okay, that means you assume that you have the solid before you, the solid cube, you have it before you, and is tilted as we see it here. So we are going to produce the plan. Okay, so to produce the plan, so what we have to do is that, so we come to this point. Okay, so come to this point 2, so draw a vertical line down, and then come to point 0 here, so draw a vertical line down. So come to point 3, so draw a vertical line down here, and come to point 1, so you also draw a vertical line down. Okay, so you come down a little bit away from the front elevation, so draw this line, so make the thick line at once like this. Okay, then you take 50 millimeters, a cube, so all the sides are equal, so you also take 50 millimeters from here. This is 50 millimeters. Okay, then you draw this line, so draw this line as horizontal line and make it a thick line at once from here to here. So then if I'm looking at the cube at solid in this direction down, I'm going to see a line at this point. Okay, so a line at this point. So these two that we have here, we have another two on the others. You know, it's going to be a straight line. Okay, so we are going to have two. It's a cube, it's a solid object. So we see a line here as an edge. We have two at this point, we have two at the other point. So this point here, I will call it point 2, and this is point 2 prime. So it is very, very important. And this line will be a thick line. I will see this line as an edge on the cuboid, or sorry, on the cube. Okay, so we have this. Okay, the next, so the line at this point, so where we have this 0, okay, it will be hidden, it is under, and I'm looking at it from the top. I can't see that line will be hidden from me. But this point will be point 0, while this point will be point 0 prime. Okay, we have this. So this line will be drawn with short dashes line. It will be drawn with short dashes line like this. So we have this. All right, so we have this, and then I will also see a line as an edge of the cube at this point. So we are going to have this to be point 3, and this will be point 3 prime. So this will be 3 prime. Okay, we have this, and then so that line will be visible to me. So I have to make this a thick line from here to here. Okay, then also the line at this point, I will also see it, and I'm going to have 1 here, and this will be 1 prime. Okay, so this line will be visible. I will make it a thick line from here down. So we have this now. All right, so we have the plan, we have the front elevation. And don't forget that what we are given actually is the front elevation. Okay, we are the one that brought out the plan ourselves, and you have to produce the plan like this. Okay, as I've explained, you have to produce the plan like this. Okay, so very, very important. Now, so let's place the ground line x1 y1. Let's place the ground line x1 y1. So just let me extend this line a bit. Okay, so we have it like this. So I'm going to, so the ground line is at angle 60 degree to the horizontal. So I'm going to draw the line like this. Okay, so I'm going to draw the line. So we have it, so let it go this way. Okay, at 60 degree. Okay, so we have this. So this is x1, and this is y1. So we have this. Okay, so the angle between them, as it is shown to us in the figure, is 60 degree. So this angle is 60 degree. So we have this. Okay, so now, so whenever we are to draw an auxiliary elevation, we are to project line from each point on the given plan. Whenever we are to draw auxiliary elevation, we are to project line from each point that we have on the given plan. So we are to draw a line from this point, 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 and this point. And the line will be at each of the line will be at a right angle to this line. So if the angle at which the ground line is to the XY line is 60 degree, and we are to draw a line that will be at a right angle to this line from each of these points, it means that we have to look for an angle that will make it 90. Okay, so 30 plus 90 will give us what? Sorry, 30 plus 60 will give us 90. Okay, so we have to use the 30 degree side of the set square to produce the line. So we come to this point here, the 30 degree side of the set square. So we draw a line in this direction. Okay, we have this. So we also come to this point, we draw a line in this direction. So we come to this point, we draw a line in this direction, and then we come to this point here, we draw a line in this direction. So they're coming up here. So coming up here, we also do the same thing. So draw a line like this. So come to this point, we draw a line. So we come to this point, we draw a line. Then we come to this point, we also draw a line. So we have this. All right, so so looking at what we have here, so we need to transfer this point onto this plane. Okay, so this is an auxiliary plane, so we have to transfer this point onto this auxiliary plane. But starting from here, okay, so this is going to be the line 0. So this will be 0. So here we have 0. So then to transfer other points, so we need to draw a horizontal line from here. So draw a horizontal line from here to this side. So you come to this point 2. So draw a horizontal line to this side. And you come here. You also draw a horizontal line to this point. And then here, so we draw a vertical line. So from here, so draw a vertical line. So draw a vertical line from here down. Okay, so on this line we have what we have. This is 0, so this is 1. Okay, so this will be 2 and this is 3. So here we have 3. So then we are going to use the compass to take the distance. We take from 0 to 1, from 0 to 1. So we put the pin here, we make an arc here. So this is what this is, 1. And then so from here, so we also take from 0 to 2. So 0 to 2. So we put the pin here. So make an arc here. So this is 2. And then so from 0 again to 3. So 0 to 3. So put the pin here at 0 and make an arc here. So this is 3. So have this, okay. All right, so then the next thing that we have to do is to transfer this point to this side. So with the set square, so we transfer the points. You have to use the 60-degree side so that the lines can be parallel to x1, y1 line. So draw the line like this and then come to this point. So you also draw from here to here, and then you come to this point 3. So you also draw like this. Okay, so we have this now. All right, so now let's look at the next thing that we have to do. Okay, so very, very important. This is where you need to pay attention to what I'm going to teach here. So please pay attention to me. This thing is very simple. So now the object is being viewed, okay, because it is an auxiliary elevation that we are producing. So we are viewing the object, okay. So we are going to, just like we have an arrow down here, okay, around here. Okay, and we are looking at the object in this direction. We are going to see a rectangle down here on this surface. We are going to see a rectangle down here. Okay, is it going to be a rectangle or a square? But we see how it looks. Okay, we see how it looks. Okay, so we are going to see it here. Okay, so we are going to see this a surface like a rectangle or a square. Okay, where is a cube? So normally it will be a square. Okay, it will be a square, but on the auxiliary elevation, so the shape may not be a regular square, or it may. So but let's look at how it goes. Okay, now so we are looking at it. Okay, so we have a line. We are going to see a line at this point that connect 0 and 0 prime together. Let me say it again. We see a line under here that connects 0 and 0 prime together. This is the line that connects 0 and 0 prime together at this point. So we have to locate the line here. So this is line 0, this is line 1, this is line 2, this is line 3. Okay, so what you just have to do, where do we have 0? We have 0 here. So you come up on this line. So when you get to this line 0, so come up on this is 0. So you come up on this line 0 and then you make a dot here. So this is 0. Okay, then 0 prime. So come like this. So this is 0 prime. So I'm going to put 0 prime here. So make this line, so make it a thick line at once. So just make it a thick line like this. So we see that line clearly under here as I'm viewing the object of like this. Okay, next, so now this point 0 here, this point 0 is connected to 1. This point 0 is connected to 1. Okay, so it is connected to 1. So where do we have 1? So this is 1. We have 1 here. Okay, so we go up like this on this line 1. So you are coming up here. So here we have what? This is line 1. So we have this point. Okay, so here we have what? At this point here we have 1. Okay, then we also have that this line 0 prime is also connected to 1 prime on the other side of the solid. Okay, so what you have to do, so come up like this. Okay, so here we have what? We have this to be 1 prime. So this is 0.1 prime. So let me put prime here. So we connect them together. So connect this together with a straight line like this, and then we connect this together with a straight line like this. Okay, then as we have that 0 prime is connected with 0 is connected with 0 prime, 1 is also connected with 1 prime. So we are going to make this a thick line. So we connect 1 and 1 prime together, the thick line like this. So we have this now. Okay, so I believe that is clear to you. Now let's go and see the next thing that we are going to do. Now, so we have this 0 again connected to 2. 0 is connected to 2. Okay, so we need to locate 2. So this is where we have 2. So we go up like this, and this is what? This is line 2. So we have what? We have 2 here. This is where we have 2. So take note of this. Okay, sorry, this is 2 not 2 prime. Okay, this is just 2 not 2 prime. And 0 again is connected to what? To this 2 here. Okay, so let's locate that 2. So you follow this 2, that is 2 prime. 0 prime is connected with 2 prime. Go up like this. Okay, here we have what? We have 2 prime. So this is 2 prime here. So we have this. Okay, so we are going to connect this together. So you join these 2 points together. 0 and 2 and 2. So we have this, and then we also have what we have. So in this case, this 0 prime that we have here that is connected with 2 prime, okay, that is going to be short dashes line. It will be hidden, okay, it will be hidden from us as we are doing it. You know, it's on the other side of the solid. Okay, just imagine you have the solid before you. That's why I'm able to get it. Okay, so just what you must know how to imagine what you have or what you are dealing with. So this will be drawn with short dashes line because it's on the other side of the object, okay, of the solid. I can't see it. Okay, so we have this. Okay, now we now have that. Okay, so this 2 is connected with 2 prime. Okay, 2 is connected with 2 prime. Okay, so in that case, okay, that's going to be hidden also. It's going to be hidden from, but let's draw it first as short dashes line. So we have what? We have this. Okay, so we have it like this. All right, so we have this now. Okay, so now we now have that. So this 2 is connected with 3. So 2 is connected with 3. So where do we have 3? So you follow this is 3. So you follow this line 3 and you go come up here. So here we have what? We have these points on this line 3. We have 3 here. So this is 3. Okay. Then we also have that this 2 that we have here is connected. This 2 prime is connected with 3 prime. So let's go and locate 3 prime. Go on this line 3. So we have this point. Okay. So this is where we have what? We have 3 prime. Okay. So in this case now, I can see this line. I'm going to see this line as a thick line. So we join this together as a thick line like this. Okay, we have this. Okay, then this line that we have at 2 prime 3 prime is to be hidden from us. We can't see it. So this 2 prime 3 prime, so make it short dashes line also like this. Okay, so you make a short dashes line. So we have this. Okay, so we now have that 3 is connected with 1, and we can see that line clearly. So we are going to make this line, so make it a thick line like this. Okay, so then 3 is connected with 3, so there is 3 on the other side. We see that line. So this line we made a thick line. I will see that line clearly. So it is made with a thick line. And also, so 3 is connected with 1. It will also be a thick line like this. So we have this. Okay. All right. So here we have the auxiliary elevation of the cube as we have it here. So as it's shown to us in that textbook. So as simple as I've done it here, all you have to do is to practice. Thank you. Keep on practicing, and God bless you.